Do you want to know what 5 things that you actually have that the narcissist doesn't? Yeah, there actually are 5 things that you have that the narcissist doesn't have. I'm going to tell you what they are in this video. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney. I'm also a narcissist negotiation expert, written 2 best-selling books, Negotiate Like You Matter and Breaking Free, a step-by-step divorce guide. And I've helped thousands of people go from lives of drama, trauma, and chaos to step into lives of freedom, possibility, and purpose. And I want to help you too. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell if you haven't already subscribed. Okay, so what are 5 things that you actually have that the narcissist doesn't and wishes that they had? One of the things is the capacity to love and be in a real, authentic relationship. They so wish that they had that. They actually pretend that they have that ability, but they don't. I mean, they know how to pretend. They actually have the ability to mirror certain things. They look to see what other people are doing sometimes, but they don't actually have that. They know how to look at and see what other people are doing, but they don't actually have the ability to do it. So that's number one. Number 2 is they certainly don't have the ability to take responsibility and accountability when they've done something wrong. Now, that may not be something that you think is really, really great to be able to do, but honestly, having self-awareness is something that is so powerful. And when you have self-awareness, you have the ability to grow, you have the ability to learn, you have the ability to become a better person. I mean, part of the reason why they're basically toddlers that are stuck in, adult bodies is because they don't have the self-awareness, they don't have the ability to grow. And because you have the ability to say, hey, I can take responsibility for this. I want to grow. I want to be a better person. I want to go to therapy. I want to learn about myself. That makes you a better person. That makes you evolve as a person. And because they don't want to ever take responsibility and accountability, they don't ever evolve, and they're constantly projecting and deflecting onto other people. And honestly, it becomes their undoing. And so they don't even see how it becomes their undoing most of the time. And so you have that ability. They don't have that ability. And they don't even see how it becomes their undoing. That's really, really sad for them. They don't have the ability to have that foresight to see, gosh, if I act this way, it's going to actually cause my undoing. And you have that ability to see that. And by the way, I have a whole video on the undoing of a narcissist, which was part of my breakdown of that television show, which you should definitely check out. The Undoing of a Narcissist. Definitely check that out. It was part of that television show that Hugh Grant was in. Check that out because it was really interesting how in that show, it was a perfect depiction of how he became his own undoing. So definitely check that out. It's sad for them. It's so sad for them. And if you agree, just put "so sad" in the comments. It's so sad for them. Okay. The next one is they don't have the ability to give and take in a relationship. And when you don't have the ability to give and take in a relationship, then you don't have the ability to receive in a relationship. So what happens is they are completely and totally empty inside. They want you to fill this void that they have inside. You may want to fill it too, but they can't receive. So you're left feeling depleted, and yet they're still empty inside. And so that's why you feel like this energy vampire is living with you, and yet you feel totally depleted and they're still empty because they can't receive. So, you have this ability to receive love. And I'm sure you're probably an empath, yet they don't have the ability to receive. That is also something that only you have, but the narcissist doesn't. And I actually have a whole video on the relationship between the narcissist and the empath. You should definitely check that out as well. Okay. And the next thing is that the narcissist doesn't have the ability to have deep, meaningful connections with people, but they want that. They actually do want that. They crave that. I think all human beings want to feel that connection with other human beings. We all want to feel connected with others. I think that's part of being a human being, but they don't have the ability to do that. Again, it's very, very sad for them. But, you as an empath, you feel like you can save them, I'm sure, but you cannot. For the most part, they can't be healed. For the most part, the only narcissists that ever really get that help that they need end up really, really hitting rock bottom. And it doesn't happen all that often. And the last thing is they don't have the power to really, really vibrate higher and truly and spiritually evolve as a soul, which is something that I touched on a little bit earlier here. But to really, truly grow spiritually, to really grow as a soul, you have to want to grow and be ready to experience personal growth. And in order to do that, you have to be willing to do some introspection. You have to be willing to say, hey, I am a flawed human being. You have to be willing to say, I have imperfections. And narcissists will never do that because they live in this scarcity mentality. It's a survival mechanism for them. They're in survival mode all the time. And when you're in survival mode, you don't want to ever admit that you have any imperfections or anything like that. And so to evolve spiritually or emotionally is almost impossible. And so those are the 5 things that only you have and the narcissist doesn't. And again, it's very sad for them, but it also makes for a very, very difficult situation for you to be in relationship with them, whether it's business or personal. It makes it almost impossible for you to be in relationship with somebody who's basically in survival mode all the time. And it's almost impossible to negotiate with somebody who is in survival mode all the time. And that's why you need to negotiate with them in a very, very specific way. So that's why if you are negotiating with them, start with my Crush My Negotiation Prep worksheet. You can get it at winmynegotiation.com. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell. And if you like this video, give it a like, give it a share so other people can get it as well. And join my free support group at Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung also. And remember, today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. They only win if you give in. And I will see all of you guys in the next video.